Chat, let's talk about this list. We played a couple games with it on stream the other day, but I think I was tired. It was like the end of stream, so I didn't really do much with it. But we're going to revisit it today as a good change of pace from the improvised deck we just played. But anywho, this is, I guess we'll call it Chakra Chant Lock or just Chakra Lock. But the main idea here is the namesake card, Chakra Meditation plus Estrid's Invitation. So this is a 3-mana enchantment. When it enters, you get to return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hands. And then whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you get to draw and discard unless you have lessons. So that means with Estrid's Invitation, every single turn, we get to copy Chakra Meditation, return something from our graveyard to our hand. Now, that could be Prismatic Vista, so you have repeatable removal. That could be Fatal Push, so you have repeatable removal. Or in our case, that could be Orum's Chant, so you can lock your opponent out of the game by casting this every single turn for the rest of it. So that's kind of the name of the game here. That's what we're trying to do. I think we probably want to up that and drop this down to a 3 of. Sorry. But we're trying to sort of assemble that combination. But if you're familiar or been playing a lot of Historic, even just like the past month or two, we've ran into a lot of this enchantment, like Esper Enchantment Shell, where they run like Invitation plus Momentum Breaker plus Hopeless Nightmare, and sometimes like Nowhere to Run and stuff, where you're just getting value by like making your opponent discard and lose 2 every turn, or making them sack a creature, discard a card every turn. So we're trying to take that shell and then just add the Chant Lock to it. Of course, we're playing a couple extra instant sorceries so that Meditation is still valuable even without the Invitation on the field. Still like gives you some value, but that's kind of the main thing we're looking to do. Along with that, I wanted to play some other ways to actually like recur things. So we are playing Philia, Exuberant Shepherd, because that also allows you to bounce Chakra Meditation every turn, which lets you loop with Orum's Chant too, also while growing your Philia. But it's also good with a couple of the other things, like if we need to bounce a Storm Chaser's talent, which also allows us to rebuy Orum's Chant, and, you know, gives us another 1/1 Otter, so you can, like, get value off that. You can bounce your Nowhere to Run. You can bounce your Momentum Breakers, your Hopeless Nightmares. So it's kind of like another pseudo-invitation, a lot more susceptible to removal, but still pretty useful, because you'll also see we're playing Overlord of the Flood Pits. So, of course, you can copy this with Invitation and just get like a 5/3. You can just choose not to exile Invitation and just keep the 5/3 around, so you can attack with it the following turn. But then, you know, we can also, you know, Philia on 2, Overload on 3, bounce it, and then try and get value going right away by scamming it out. We are playing a couple of 4 Leyline Bindings. Not sure I'm sold on this. But most of the time it's just going to be like a 3-mana flash, basically like Banishing Light, but we are playing just a couple Triumphs in order to get the discount on this in the later game. But that's where we're at. I'm excited to see how this goes. I feel like I said, especially with a lot of our last few decks, what have we played? Well, Feather did pretty well. But the Landfall deck we played a little bit of Shrines, but we're going to rebuild that. Riddler and stuff like that. You need to be doing something stupid or like oppressive in this format at the moment, especially with Eldrazi running around. So I'm hoping that like Momentum Breaker plus Invitation is enough of an engine to get online, supported by removal, that it will like carry us through games. But there's a good chance that, like our last deck, it's just too fair, and we're just going to get run over anyways. But we'll see how it goes. In terms of sideboard, we're hating on Eldrazi, so we're playing 4 Consign plus 3 White Orchid Phantom. Graveyard hate of choice for this one is going to be Rest in Peace. We're also playing a couple High Noons, so these are both good against like Blue Red Lotus, other generic combo decks. Playing a Disruptor Flute, because most of our removal and stuff is at like instant speed, so we're like flashing in this. We're playing Philia, we're playing Nowhere to Run, we've got Fatal Push and stuff like that, plus Orum's Chant. So we're choosing that over Pithing Needle, and then a few Divine Purges, since we're so low on creatures besides like the Otter and Philia. Obviously, it doesn't hit Overlord, so that's our sort of board wipe to hedge against aggressive artifact decks as well. But that's all I got to say. Let's hop into some games. I overlooked that card. Okay, chat. We have the combo in our opener. The lands, little tough. Little awkward. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Interesting. I'm tempted to get a blue source here. But I think we're going to get a white source. And we're just going to fire this off right away. And try and time lock them a couple turns and see if we can hit our lands. You're forgetting so... What's wrong with you, Praven? What's going on up in that brain of yours? Okay. We're gonna hold on to it. And we're just gonna... How come I explain how cool these decks are gonna be, and then they don't do anything I want them to do? Getting old and going... Holy shit! Chat! Is that a blue source I spy with my little eye? And a Chakra meditation to return Orum's Chant to our hands? And then set up the lock on the following turn? The answer is yes. I also really like that you can play Living End off Beseech. I wish we have, like, enough tools to make a Living End deck in... Historic, but we just don't have Living End. Grist the Hunger Tide. That actually is a little tough for us to compete with. Alright, boys. We have assembled a lock. We do need another white source. Is this guy playing Yawgmoth? He is. Chat, Daniel's playing Yawgmoth. Which he could technically assemble it on our turn with Court of Coin. And Young Wolf. Okay. Opponent's doing some stuff here. But hopefully we can start doing a few things here. We'll get a momentum breaker down first. I think us stumbling on lands made this tough. If we find another white source... Oh, I forgot we get to draw and discard. Okay, this gets way better. I'll keep a... we kind of want to keep the ending, right? Let's get rid of the other Hopeless Nightmare. Because we're going to have to get rid of this Grist at some point. Ow. Alright. We're not dead yet. Second invitation's kind of gross. Let's Fatal Push the Badger Mole. We'll draw some and discard. I like another white source. We don't need another invitation. Now we can stop him from attacking every turn, too. And then... I want to keep that. Let's just get rid of the Nowhere to Run. We gotta find a way to kill him a little faster. Because right now, all he can do is fuck around with Grist. Which is, like, a relevant thing to do. But hopefully we'll be able to churn through our deck faster than he can. Yeah, they could. But hopefully we can get a momentum breaker online here. And then that will make him, hopefully we can like make him discard. I don't know. How many white sources are we running? Do we have more basic planes? We do. We can just like dig for a ley line here too. We don't really need second flood pit, right? So now he has to sacrifice a creature, which doesn't really do anything when he has a grist tap. He took Chord still. Chooses not to. Raffine's Tower is relevant. We're gonna invitation another momentum breaker. Sax the Young Wolf. You get to draw and discard here. Odawara, we don't really need at the moment. Philia is relevant, but don't think we need it at the moment either. He can hit us for how much? 1, 2, 3? This is equal number of creatures in this graveyard, right? Yeah. Chat, are we oppressive? I feel like we're being oppressive. Okay, Young Wolf is off the table. We find a land. Let's Flood Pits. And see what that gets us. Storm Chaser's talent is relevant. I don't think we need the momentum breaker. Yeah, we don't need it. Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah, he's doing well. We can also... Opponent lost life, so all of these, whatever you call them, sacrifice. For whatever. We're still digging... Okay, there's a ley line. We found one, boys. So we can get rid of his grist. How many creatures does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're almost dead. At this point, it's actually probably better to just start copying Nightmare. And hitting him for 2 every turn. Or actually, let's just copy Overlord. Nice. Nah, we don't need Odawara Brave. We're gamers. I'm joking. Yeah, we could have kept it, but I felt like we just dig for a ley line and we'll be all right. I think we'll bring in a couple flute, a couple rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't. Maybe not. I think we're gonna win most of this game just by like chanting, and we don't really want to turn that off, right? Rather just have Divine Purge. I think we can barely drop Ophelia and maybe a Storm Chaser's talent. Mutation's fine. We'll do something like that. Mainly just for like all in combo-y stuff. But yeah, it should probably be swapped out. We could just play like Leyline at the void. Or maybe just Soul Guide. Look at Aspiring Spike is playing Lotus Crab plus Leyline of Abundance. Or Lotus Crab, Badgemal Crab. Chat, why didn't you tell me that Black Red Improvise was off the screen? Look how ugly it looks. Alright. We got Fatal Push, Flute, and an Invitation into an Overlord. However, we do not have double blue. But I think we're okay. We'll try it out. But yes, good catch on that. Guys, I haven't even played on the Avatar board, so I can't get the Cabbage Pet. How do I get it? That was a good draw. Would it have been funny to flash in Disruptor Flute immediately and see if I can catch him lacking on his Prismatic Vista? Because I think that would have been funny. Badger Mole Cub. Do I want to just name Yawgmoth now? No, we'll wait. Find another blue source. Let's jam this Overlord. Orange? Oh, fuck. Hell yeah. We'll get rid of double white. You know what? Let's get rid of the Water Drift. Okay. Opponent's on 2 lands, and we can kill one of them. He rumbles. He's playing Sephiroth. Good to know. Green Sun. We can fire off a Chant next turn and hold up a Flute. He plays Marionette Apprentice. You got it. Okay, we find Odawara. Good for us. We'll just do our thing on his turn. Flute on Yawgmoth is more relevant than Grist, right? Grist is slow. Do I just want to eat his hand? I think so. Or do we want to draw? Actually, let's just get a 5-3 on the board. Let me refill my hand a bit here. Push is a good hit. But we can purge. Yes, it gets rid of our Disruptor Flute, but I think that's okay. Chat, I fucking love Cheez-Its. Are you a Cheez-It guy or a Goldfish guy? Or neither. You could be a hater, and I'll support you. Green Sun for 2 gets him what? Another Badger Mole? Or some sort of Artifact Tape? Artifact Tape. Targeting what? Our Overlord. Which is actually our invitation. Beautiful. That felt good, chat. Yes, he can rebuy Mass Vandal, but I think that's okay. Much rather have him do that than us getting fucked over our Disruptor Flute again. Leyline Binding. We'll hold up Flute. I mean, we have access to a lot here. We could also Scry. Chooses not to besiege us. I like that. We'll go for Yogg here. And then we'll do a couple other things. Invitation's a good hit. D tier snack. Praven, banned. What do you mean D tier snack, dude? Get your mind out of the gutter, brother. What are you eating? Bugles? I bet you're a bugle enjoyer. Fucking bugles, dude. Our opponent's dying pretty fast here to this Overlord. And if we didn't find anything relevant to okay. That's quite good for us. A Triumph off the top was sweet. A Bugle? B-U-G-L-E. You never seen those? It's like a... Never seen a Bugle? They're disgusting. You just put them on your fingers like witches' hands. They're like a generic... corn snack? I don't know. They're not good. That's like Z tier snack. Marionette Master. Hell yeah. Yeah, they're so bad. They're not even like... Are they even salted? I don't even think so. What is our opponent doing? They're just kind of dead, right? Not specifically dead. I honestly think I just want to leyline him. Just to, like, fuck around. That way he has to besiege you the leyline and the flute. We're gonna scry and see if we can find another way to, like a Hopeless Nightmare. Chat, are we good at this game or what? Opponent does have cord for 2 up, which is relevant here. Just saying. Oh, never mind. We found a hopeless nightmare, so he's just dead. That was what I wanted to find. Does he have a way to gain life here? Oh, he can cord for 3, 4. Chat, what does a cord for 1 get him? Oh, Haywire might. Let's see what he does. Because now we can Orim's Chant him. Let's try to target that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Resolves. He discards another Thran. Do we have double white open? White. We're just trying to Hopeless Nightmare, copy, and kill him. Hell yeah! Chat, we just 2-0'd Yawgmoth. Full powered Yawgmoth with Badger Mole. That was hot. Alright. This is interesting. We're gonna try it out, chat. This is game 2. We're gonna lead on a tapped Hollow Fountain. Our cookie's a snack. Pretzel saltine crackers? Like the kind you get with a soup? Are you crazy? Are you crazy, Praven? Club crackers. Okay, those are buttery, delicious. I get you. Fruit. Okay, fruit is S tier. A little pack of rat. Fruit snacks are also... Okay, I agree with that. Raban. Alright. Chat, we are against Hammer. What does this do? Pay life equal to its power. We are going to hold on to that. So let's do this for 1. We're going to kill this. I will pay life equal to its power because I'm a gamer. And then we will swing for 2. I want to hold on to the ley lines for instant speed. Popcorn? Dude, I've been making popcorn with a little Parmesan on it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You don't even know anymore. Okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this. I want to go grab our second white source in case we find a Chant. Smack for 2. All right. Chat, we're okay. We get to set up an Overlord next turn. And then we can also Chakra Meditation and rebuy anything. And then this Overlord's gonna really pump our hand up. Let's get rid of the Hallowed Fountain. Play the Triome. And then swing. Bounce the Overlord. And this is like a scam start. Oops, sorry. Which seems quite relevant. Hopeless Nightmare and let's get rid of the talent. Let's oh, I'm sorry, that was end of turn. 4 mana. Frodo into a... Is that protection from what? Sorceries? Wow, our removal's just lining up left and right against this guy. That feels bad. I feel horrible. We're just like clobbering him. Teddygrams? Dude, I haven't had a Teddygram in a hot minute. At that point, I think we just start being detrimental and attritioning his hand. But that was fire, huh? That was gross. Okay. I think we're just bringing in Purge and Consigns. Everything feels pretty good here. Maybe our lock isn't as important. Maybe we drop like Ophelia, we drop a Storm Chaser's talent, we drop a Chant. I don't love Prismatic Ending either, but I think we want to hold on to the pushes. I don't really want to drop that much other stuff, but I don't want to play 62 cards. Maybe you can drop a Consign. 61 cards, send it! Teddygrams are S tier, dude. Okay, alright. This deck's kind of hot, chat. We're doing way better. Oh. Chat. Hit him with it. He conceded because his cowards can't block our warriors, chat. Incredible. Game 3, 2-lander, but we have a lot to do with it, so we're going to try it out. Opponent is playing Eldrazi. Fuck us, huh? Fuck a duck. Alright, we'll see what we can do. I think we just pick apart his hand best we can. Maybe we Momentum Break your turn 2, and then hold up like Talent plus Chant. Okay. Or we just chant him a whole bunch in a row. Is that funny? That's funny. Let's do that. We're going to chant him 3 turns in a row, I think. Obviously, he has K-Command instant speed to interact with us. Speak to the devil. We are looking for another land. Oh, chat, we're good at this game. We're just going to do our best to keep picking them apart and staying on curve here. But their top decks are way better than ours are. Much better than ours. He is quite slow on mana here. So actually, let's we have a binding. Let's take a turn to rebuy an Orim's Chant. Are we gonna regret that? Probably. But we have a binding. Okay, we don't have a binding. Did I regret it? Yes. And this is a slow start from Eldrazi, and we're still going to get outclassed. Prismatic Ending's a card. I think I'm going to chance, and then we're going to crack the Hopeless Nightmare. I'm going to let him swing at us for 4. Also, chat, do you think we can build an eggs list with Toph? I don't know how I want to do it yet, but I think we could. I'm just not quite sure how. What am I looking for here? An invitation? Another chance is hot, but doesn't do a whole lot for us. But I do want to keep hitting our land drops. But if we find an invitation, we can stay. I don't know if I love that, but we'll see what happens here. Fatal Push. We could crack the Momentum Breaker, kill the Thought Knot, draw a card, and then still hold up Chant. And leave us with just the Storm Chaser's talent. We're going to do that. I don't love it. That's a lot of resource. Just to... We get card back. Okay, second black source is good. If we... This is 6 mana, right? If we find a... Well, I don't know. We're in a tough spot, chat. Fuck! He's playing Bajuka Bog? Fuck! Why is that the most relevant card? Jesus Christ. What a perfectly timed bog. Fuck me, dude. Okay, we can kill it. We can kill that. I'm wondering if we want to, like... He has Waste State Battle Mage, too? And you're playing black sources? Just to tutor off Micro? Jeez Louise, dude. Right when we find something relevant. Let's go black, white, blue. We'll kill the Flesh Raker. We're not in a good spot here, chat. We have what? Double black. Let's find a blue source. Makes our Flood Pits a little easier. I guess we can just buy back this Prismatic Ending. And we can at least start churning through our deck a little bit. But sniping a battle, I mean, again, opponent's on a very slow start for Eldrazi, but our deck's not good at closing games fast. So we're just kind of giving them a lot of opportunity to do some relevant stuff here. Line Breaker, that's very relevant. He's just been holding on to these. Jesus. Okay, chat. Yeah. That Bajuka Bog fucked us. We would have been able to rebuy Orim's Chant and just at least hold on for another turn or two. But that sucks. This is why we're playing 4 Consign and 3 Void Orchid Phantom. Do we think Divine Purge is relevant here? He is playing slightly lower to the ground with Line Breaker and stuff. But is it going to be better than other things we can bring in? Probably not. We have 7 cards to bring in here. We're going to drop Storm Chaser's talent down. I think I'm going to drop the Nowhere to Runs. Jesus. Dropping a... That seems a little wild. Maybe we drop a Fatal Push. I think I'd rather be trying to counter spells than... this is just hard, right? If he gets an early Cavern of Souls, we're kind of sucky. I think we want to keep the Philias then. If we're gonna try and rely on these two more so. Let's do something like that. But yeah, what a fucking run of draws from... Well, I don't know if they were draws, but he was sitting on fucking fire in his hand. He slow rolled us, chat. Okay. Okay, this has some relevant stuff going on. I'm here for it, chat. I'm here for it. We're going to lead on a Watered Grave. Should I consign his Devourer? No. That would be funny, though. Should I consign his turn 1 Udin's Labyrinth? Yes. Get fucked. We're doing great. Okay. Okay. Chat. This is good. We can get somewhere. I'm gonna chant him now. Might not be relevant, but that at least we have the lock in hand. Okay. Okay. Wow. We're doing great, chat. I think we're just gonna meditation and rebuy. Badger Mole Earthbend Strip Mine is hilarious. I've seen some people playing that. That seems so fun. We might have to take one more turn off just to invitation. There's a chance we get Battle Mage here too. Okay, relevant, but that's okay. We have Leyline and stuff for that. In that case, let's Orchid and blow up the temple. Is he gonna K command for 0? Possibly. Or, yeah. He's playing green sources. Good for us to know. Let's grab another blue source here so we can Overlord next turn. Kind of sucks that we can't lock him out now. But I guess he decided that he didn't want to get Worms chanted 3 times. I haven't played a whole lot of Timeless. Every once in a while I get like an inkling, like, oh, I'm gonna go try it, and then I just get like destroyed. Okay. Let's swing 2 first. See where that gets us. I assume take command. Do we have anything relevant in here? We have a consign. I guess we can still invitation. Is that how that works? We can invitation and then replicate consign. I kind of wanted to land there, but that's okay. There's a lot of Entomb Reanimator, Dark Depth stuff. He finds a Micro Spawn. Not kick, though. That's good for us. We get to Momentum Breaker it. He does have a Temple, though. Consign is nice, but at the same time, not really. Let's Momentum Breaker here. Does he have Devourer mana? Possibly. I'm sure he does. At least we're like holding our own. Now he has Devourer mana. We're not like super insane dead, but I can replicate, counter the trigger, right? Holy shit. Where is it? That was a good draw. That was a very good draw. Opponent doesn't know what their own cards do, which is great. So, we're just... Ooh. Shit, we can do a lot here. Is it better for me to get rid of the Devourer, or is it better for me... No, we're gonna flash in Philia and then bounce the Chalice with a swing, hopefully, if he doesn't have take commands, and then we can set up the lock. Maybe. This looks like another Micro Spawn, maybe? Second Chalice. Okay, fuck me. Does he have land plus take command? He has Line Breaker. Okay. We're okay. Chat. Now, okay, this is just done by 1. Interesting. Swings us for 11. You got it, Super Chief. We're down to 5. Okay. Chat, we're doing great. Beautiful. Beautiful. Swing. Bounce the Chalice. Awesome. Don't fuck this up. Blue, white, black. Invitation. We're gonna target the Momentum Breaker first here, actually. And then we're gonna kick on his turn. And we get a 5-3. And now we lock him out of the game. Unless he's playing something crazy. Take command. Chakra meditation. Does he have a way to kill it, chat? Besiege you? Oh no. Oh no! I think we're just getting take commanded. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind. Chat, have I found the Eldrazi killer? Have we done it? Oh, I guess I could have kept White Orchid Phantom. It doesn't really matter. Do we just want to bounce his Devourer? I don't know why I casted Momentum Breaker there. I didn't really need to. That was just a waste on my part. But now we have double Chakra, so we can start, like, churning. I don't know if I actually want to get rid of this second Chant in case he lines up with a Bajuka Box somehow. I'd like exiles our other one. I guess we could also take a turn off to... Okay, boys. We got one. 1-1. Our very slow deck can compete with Eldrazi somehow. And that's okay. What did we see? We saw a lot of Chalices. Microspawn, just generic stuff. Chalice is probably the only relevant thing he really brought in. Maybe we side in 1 Divine Purge, just as some extra hate for it. I mean, we have Vista plus some other stuff, so I'm not, like, crazy worried. Yeah. Yes, he is. We haven't seen any walkers or anything, so if he's just on, like... Yeah. I like this, though. At least, like, we have some back and forth here. Okay, now this could be tough. We're going to keep. If he labyrinths into Chalice on 1, oof. Obviously, we have Replicate anyways, but... Okay, chat. I gotta stop manifesting shit, you know? Oh! Alright, opponent. Hell yeah. Our mana's a little awkward here, but we are gonna get the consign. I mean, we have Philia too, to get around Chalice. Okay, that hurts us. Maybe a Line Breaker here. We're just going to get that out of the way and not have to worry about it. Beautiful. Okay, cool. We do have to find a black source for this momentum breaker, but I'm glad we got that chalice. Thought Not Seer. Now, we could consign this, or we could Philia it. We're just going to consign it. Blue source. Relevant. Somewhat. Do we just want to meditation back the... That doesn't really do a whole lot for us. I think I'm just going to hang on to Philia and hope we draw a black source. Maybe it was better to meditation and get that back so then we could start looting. Let's see what he does here. Second Thought Knot. He's going to take command, exile our graveyard. We're vibing right now, boys. This is, if you weren't here for our first act, which was Black-Red Improvise, our first 3 games were against Eldrazi, and we lost all 3. Okay, he does have the Bog. Get punished for not playing the meditation there. We need a black source. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, chat. We're gonna breaker his Thought Knot. And then probably bounce the breaker, make him discard. Unless we find something else super relevant here. Fatal Push. Which is fine for us. Smack for 2. And get that back. All right, chat, we're chilling. What are we looking for specifically here? A Leyline Binding would be nice, I think. If he, I mean, he only has 5 mana at the moment. Make that 6. He can Chain Command Ophelia. Decides to Micro Spawn instead. Wipes our white source off. He is at Sire mana, but we get to bounce the breaker, push the spawn. And discard his final card in hand. Yeah, he really doesn't want to get locked. Is it worth me meditationing now? We have nothing else to do, and then that just gets us back a Fatal Push. And then he has to discard a Labyrinth. Okay. So obviously if he has like, he has what? 4, 5, 6. So he has Labyrinth mana, or he has Sire mana, but he can't do it right now. He's got something in hand. Why did our tune stop? Okay. That's good for us too. We find second white source. Yeah. Let's just do this. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna Fatal Push the Fleshraker. And then we get to turn here. A Vista. Do we need... I guess this Divine Purge doesn't really do anything. I think I'd rather take to see if we can get another one up and running. So now if he plays Labyrinth, we can just bounce Breaker and get rid of it. Sorry, I'll get the tunes going again, chat. My apologies. Okay, buys that back, which we knew he would. Kinda sucks that he's gonna gain such a big chunk. But I think that's okay. Find Rafine's Tower. Let's cycle this. If we draw into an invocation, That's not an invitation. Do I really want to do this? Yeah, we have to, right? He goes back up to 18. Gross. Sacks his sire. Alright, chat, we're chilling. That kind of tough. His top decks, like I said, are much better than ours. Second sire is disgusting. We'll grab a white source. Invitation. Momentum Breaker does it too. I like that. We can gain 4 off both these breakers. So we're at 21. Pseudo. Devourer of Destiny. Takes out our meditation. White Orchid is not what we wanted to see, but we will take it. I want to take him off the cavern, to be honest. We're not entirely dead. We're not great now. Double Sire was tough for us. But we are making much... He's gonna what? Micro spawn here? We made much more headway than I thought we would against them. I don't think we're gonna get to a point of winning here, but... They're like I said, their top decks are nutty, right? Sire into Devour into Micro spawn is gross. Into a fucking line breaker, dude? Jesus Christ. Alright, I think we got a block here, right? We can ending the line breaker. Okay. Relevant. Good. Let's make sure we do this right. Okay, chat. We can get rid of his Devourer next turn. Hopefully just drew a land. Fuck me. Chat. We're not dead, but we're close. Fuck me, dude. Give me something relevant here. That's not relevant at all. Okay, so now my question is, do we sack the invitation or do we sack the original? Jesus Christ. What a string of fucking draws, dude. Eldrazi's disgusting. Eldrazi is absolutely disgusting, chat. How many momentum breakers have we gone through? 2? So it's more likely we draw an invitation than we draw a breaker. So I think we sack the invitation. And if we don't, I mean, we're dead if we don't draw anything relevant here. A ley line, we're still dead. Okay, all right, chat. Fuck my life. Those were some good games, though. I'll give us that. We did much better than I ever expected a deck like ours to do, but a lot of that came from our sideboard. There's something there. Maybe. All right, match 4. We're gonna maul this opener. And I like this hand quite a bit. I think we're gonna chuck back the ley line because everything else feels quite relevant. Soulstar Mage. You got it, Super Chief. Let's fire off a Hopeless Nightmare right away. Is that too loud, chat? I'm sorry. My air just came on. Discard Fireleaf Pilot. 2 mana into a Hymn to the Aegis. That's good for us. Instead of deploying another threat, we'll take that. Second Momentum Breaker is gross. Obviously, these decks have a lot of burn, and I mean, he's playing him, so he's gonna probably roll into some Nutter Butter stuff, but okay, Arcanist is fine too. We'd like a third land to get this invocation up and running. Soulstar Mage, give me a land. Give me a land. Give me a land. Hell yeah. Ooh, maybe not the land I wanted, but we'll take it. All right. So, for the most part, unless he has, like, Reckless Charge, we can take care of most of his board. Obviously, Wizard's Lightning and stuff like that is gonna hurt. But, if we can get, like, Ophelia to land... Okay, him's pretty good. If we get Ophelia to land, we can start chipping in and turn on these Momentum Breakers max speed ability. There's the Chain Lightning. So we gotta watch out for that too. Hits us for 3, down to 8. Does he have second Soulstar? He does. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of one of those. He is down to 1 card. And we get to play... Ooh. I'm gonna go down to 7, chat. I don't love it, but we're gonna get our white source here. And we're just gonna chill. And then play this Ophelia. Teachings is fine. He might just kill our prowess creature, maybe? Or not. I'll take a free block. Nice. Den of the Bugbear is annoying. Prismatic Ending's very good too. It's awkward because he gets Den up and running here, huh? I think I'm gonna make another blocker. We have nothing super relevant in the yard. We can gain a couple life off these breakers though, which is good. Have you guys seen anything? Again, I keep an eye on like Moxfield, and I even go on like Tapped Out and stuff, but I haven't seen anything like wonky. Where's the jank, boys? Where are the people brewing in Historic? No one's around, and I hate it. All right, so he does indeed fire up the den. I kind of want to just trade here, but that just feels so awkward. So I guess we'll trade here. I'm not sold on these prismatic endings. I feel like I want instant speed removal. I wonder if we just play a couple more no order runs, but or maybe we play fragment. Do we want to scry? Yes, I think we do. Hopeless Nightmare and Philia. I don't want either of those. Odawara's irrelevant. Somewhat. I think we're going to hold on to that. He could just like jam a Giganta here, which I think is fine too. If he jams, okay, gives it haste. We're gonna Odawara. Does he have something relevant? Okay, not really. Chat, we might have to fire up okay, that's good. Okay, we're doing okay. We're coming back. We can gain 3 off the breakers. And now we have double blockers for Den. Opponent ponders. Pondering his orbs. And then, I don't know, depending on how much we... Very relevant for us. Should we kill him? We're at 6. Or he's at 11. We go to 3. We can meditation, trigger 8. Storm Tracer's talent. Trigger. Not quite, huh? We swing for 8, and then we get 2 more triggers off of that. Oh, okay. Opponent scoops it up. We would have survived 1 more turn and been okay. I think we'll just bring in the Purges. And then... Do we like... How often... I guess we're pretty relevant at getting a Chant going, huh? High Noon's not bad. Maybe a touch slow. I like all our instant speed removal here. I don't know if Hopeless Nightmare is going to be the best. We're going to run something like that. We might want High Noon for game 3. Oh, chat. Why do you hate me? Why do you all hate me? Is it because of my big brewer's brain? All right. Momentum Breaker... with no way to cast our Chants or our Purges. We're gonna take them all on this one. Fuck me, chat. Fuck me, chat. Jesus Christ. We better top deck a fucking land. Shit. Okay, boys. We're going to grab a white source. And we'll chant him. But, I don't even know. We need a black source off the top. Our deck's... Fuck me. Our deck's not good at mulliganing. We have to go straight to game 3. So start mage with what? Double prowess or haste? Double prowess. Gross. Top deck of black source. Chat, top deck of black source. Fuck. Alright, so we're gonna get like lightning wombo super comboed here, right? This is gonna hurt a lot. Or do we just... I mean, he's got double spells. Chat, I think we have to go to game 3. Not looking great for old Plum. Okay. I mean, we could top deck a... What? No, I don't know. We need land plus Divine Purge. We're not winning that. We'll go to the next one. Bring in 1? Chat? Maybe? Might be relevant. We don't know yet. Alright, we're on the play. Give me a hand we can play with. Okay, alright. Chat, maybe we have to adjust the mana base. Or something. Such a small sample size, you know? Was this a horrible idea to keep? Probably. Probably. We need 1 land. 1 land. That's all we want. Double or nothing. Double or nothing, baby. Soulstar Mage. That's not a lance. Chat, that's not a lance. Who built this mana base? It was me. I built it. I was the one who built it, chat. Who decided that we need to play Prismatic Vista? Apparently me. Holy shit, chat. You're telling me we're about to get a black source up in here? You think he's playing counter spells? We can get spell snared? Maybe. Oh my god, if you tell me we're about to get spell snared. Okay, okay. Spell pierce, chat. We're okay. We're alright. It's fine. It's fine, chat. We're gonna get fucked. Okay, after this one, boys, fix the mana base. For sure. He can rebuy his spell pierce. Good news is, slow clock, unless he decides to tap out some stuff. But I feel like he brought in a lot of counter magic, so... let's play our Storm Chaser talent. He disputes us. Relevant, okay. Can I play this Momentum Breaker? Or are we gonna get... I feel like we're gonna get pierced again. No. Okay, good for us. Hopefully we can set up an invitation next turn. Keep him off non-hasty threats. I don't know if I'd sack the mage there. Unless he's got a handful of pump spells. Sacks the Eyelet. Good for us. Alright, chat. We're doing alright. Four mana into a wombo combo. Slingshot Show Off. Okay. I'm into it. Him to the Ages. Okay. Cool. Leyline Binding. Alright. Not exactly what we wanted. We can Invitation. Momentum Breaker. Get rid of one. He's going all in on this slit shot. I mean, if he has a handful of burn, we're kind of boned. Okay. What's going on, chat? Soulstar Mage. Okay, this is great for us. He's got nothing going on. We're gonna rebuy that. And then maybe we Overlord and see if we can spin into a white source to at least chance him next turn. Or do that. That's great too. We'll see if we get pierced. We don't. He has no dent in the bugbear. Okay. We are at invitations here. Invitation, chant plus meditation. We have the lock. We'll see if we can get there. Okay, he bounces. Okay, cool. So we get to make him discard here, I think. We'd also flood pits one more time. Invitation. Okay. So let's meditation here. And then we'll chant him. We get to draw and discard. We'll get rid of second chant. Okay, chat. We have some relevant things to do here. He has nothing on the board, so he just can't put creatures on the board anymore. So at this point, we can play second invitation and start making otters. I hope. I hope that's a good game. It is indeed. Chat, we had to sacrifice our game 2 just so we can lock them up in game 3. All right. This is game 6 with a very relevant hand. I'm into it, chat. Probably want to get some attrition-based gameplay going right away, so we'll lead on Nightmare into Ophelia so we can start blinking it. Watch it be Eldrazi. Toxic Deluge. Okay. I'm into it. Tap Black Source is good for us. I guess we just Sword Chaser's Tail it here too, but... You didn't want to get counterspelled? Interesting. Maybe I'll have something to flash in. Trade out Ophelia and we can leyline in response. Consign to memory Ophelia bounce. Which is basically the same as discarding. So I think that's okay. Let's Storm Chaser's Talent. And pass back. He did get rid of a Deluge, which is nice. Could mean he has a second one. Chat, the mill player is teched against Eldrazi, baby. The mill player is teched up against Eldrazi. What does he do against all the Emrakuls running around, baby? We'll bounce the Nightmare here. Plus, we have Prismatic Ending for a second one. Remember when we tried to build a Enchantment Mill? Because if you play Crab, and then there's that 2 mana, or it's a 1 mana 0/2 Crab that has like Constellation or whatever, mill 2 cards, or not Constellation. What's the one from Duskmourn? Eerie. Steaming Symmetry. Oh shit, chat. We're gonna get archive trapped. I did see someone. We're gonna get archive trapped, right? So it doesn't really matter. I saw someone playing Wan Shi Tong, Steaming Symmetry, plus whatever. Is that how it works? So that you could, with Wan Shi Tong out, use Steaming Symmetry, and then you draw a card because they search their library, and or no, that's not how it works. What were they playing? And then you just draw into whatchamacallit. Should we just Prismatic Ending that? I think we are. We'll draw and discard. Theta Push is good. And then we can just chant him. So, right here, we have the Chakra Meditation Philia loop with Orim's Chant. Which is cool. We did see main deck Surgical. You read Kaya's Blessing in every deck for a hot minute. Incredible. Okay, nice. Main deck Surgical sucks. What does Wan Shi Tong do? Is it only gets a counter when your opponent searches? Oh no, you draw a card. Yeah, so Wan Shi Tong plus Steaming Symmetry plus Archive Trap. You get to search for trap, put a counter, draw a card on Wan Shi Tong, and then you Archive Trap them because they search their library. I thought that was funny. Okay, boys, we're gonna get Surgical, and it's gonna suck. But that's okay. Also, why have we never played with Skirmish Rhino? I really want to. We should play some Skirmish Rhino. We should play some Siege Rhino, chat. I know, but how often do you run into Mill? Okay, this beat is not fun. Praven, do I need to put on the Christmas lo-fi? Holy shit. Boys, look at this. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. You ran into Mill. Holy shit, Chad. This is the same hand. What? Our deck apparently. Oh shit! Look at us. We found a hopeless nightmare. Our deck sucks at mulliganing, dude. We mulligan a lot with this. This is a long stream. We're already at 3.5 hours, boys. Joke's on you, can't even hear the music. I know, I try not to keep it too loud. I'll turn it up a little bit for you. Is that better? I just don't want it to be overpowering. I'd rather it just be like subtly in the background than too loud. Are your opponent just sad? Are they just giving up? Because I will take... Oh, no, they're here. I was going to say, I would take 5 and 1. But, oh, shit. What if we Archive trapped him? That'd be funny. We sideboard in the Mill. He's got 2 mana up. I don't know what that means. Do we want to Orim's Chant him? Or do we want to just try and Philia? We'll just Philia. Interesting. He's playing. You think he's playing 8 fetches to maximize crab? Probably. Finds a black source. Decides to pass. We'll see if we can land this, but I think we might get counterspelled here. JK, we're great at this game. We'll play tap land. We'll swing with Ophelia. Guy's Blessing against Mill, I conceded. We could get consigned here, too. Forgot I had another in the deck. Proceed to unnecessarily draw cards. The last card was Guy's Blessing. I was sick. I'm so sorry, Braven. Braven, who hurt you? That's why Plum... That's why... Are we gonna... Please consign. Oh. Okay. We're just gonna Orms chant him. After he discards his surgical. Incredible. Love to see it. Love to fucking see it, boys. Oh, let's just pick apart that hand, fellas. Let's just pick that hand apart. We're doing so much better with this deck than when we tried to play it. When was that? Was it Tuesday? I mean, he had a no crab hands, plus he's just in a tough spot. Hideous Laughter, you got it. We're playing main deck ley lines, so I think we're okay. So opponent's just dead. GG's. Okay, so like I said, we did much better this time around when we tried to play it on Tuesday. I was so done with life at that moment. But our loss was to Eldrazi, right? Our one loss, and that was we won the second game. So that was 1-2. So we actually had decent game against it. It was good that he was a creature-based list, but he didn't go that big with walkers. But this did much better, and I'm very happy with how it performed. Once we I think fixing the mana base up, not playing Prismatic Vista made it much better too, honestly. Most of our sideboard cards felt super relevant. We played everything today. But yeah, this shell with Invitation, Momentum Breaker, and Hopeless Nightmare, I feel like is rather customizable. There's people playing like the Heist deck with Triumphant Getaway. There's the Esper version with like Pixie and stuff. But I think like having the backup plan where you're just like, you have like an attrition-based game plan A, and then suddenly you just like drop a meditation and start copying Chant or Fatal Push or Prismatic. Like, that's such a strong plan B against some of the other decks that like try and go around you, like Eldrazi. Didn't quite work out for us, but I think you could even tune this more to try and maximize that lock even faster. Maybe dabble into other shells if you wanted to just go all in on meditation plus invitation. But we tried that in the mono blue Flood of Tears list, and it wasn't, that was different. But overall, this deck felt sick. Leyline Binding came in clutch a bunch of times, even though we're usually casting it for 3 mana. Overlord of the Flood Pits was great as a closer, plus copying it with invitation every turn, churns through the deck. We didn't really get to use a ton with Storm Chaser's talent, but it was relevant against Wizards where we got to block a bunch. So it's, you know, it's a mid-rangey list, kind of like what we played first tonight on stream, but at least you can do like something stupid and like lock your opponents out or like outvalue them a lot easier without having to invest more mana. You're just getting upkeep triggers every turn. Chat, when do we play Estra's Invitation with Paradox Haze? Is that our next brew? Maybe. But anyways, yeah, I like this a lot. I know someone, who is it? If you're in the MTGA Eternal Discord, Can Count, if you're familiar with Can Count, he, that's his name, Can Count, and I'm pretty sure he can count. He's been working a lot on these style decks as well, and his look much different. So there's a lot of room for creativity with this kind of core. of Invitation plus Momentum Breaker plus Nightmare. But yeah, this deck was impressive. We beat aggro. We came close to beating Eldrazi, but it's Eldrazi, so we didn't. That hammer deck gave up pretty fast, and then that mill deck was pretty dead. We beat Wizards twice. And then that first game was against Yawgmoth, right? We dumpstered on that Yawgmoth player. So, yeah, pretty sweet list. I'm excited to see how this evolves as we get more and more enchantments and see what other shells we can slot that core into.